New transaction price registration 2.0 are effective. Key points of the new regulations. The new transaction price registration 2.0 is effective on July 1, 2021. Key points in the new regulations include the full disclosure of address number and land pre-sale number. All pre-sale houses are included into the control of the regulations and must be promptly declared. Those who repeatedly violate the regulations will be heavily fined. What details should you be aware of? The Department of Land Administration of Taipei City has compiled a list of instructions for you. Key point 1. Address number and land pre-sale number must be fully disclosed. Before the law was amended, transaction information in the transaction price registration only showed the identified address number or land pre-sale numbers, making it difficult to interpret the information. With the new regulation in effect, the transaction price will show the completed address number and land pre-sale number. Transaction information that has been registered in the past will also be disclosed for more information transparency. Key point 2. All pre-sale houses are included into the control of regulations and must be promptly declared. Before the law was amended, only pre-sale houses that are sold by consignment must be registered at the transaction price. The deadline for declaration was also quite loose, and the transaction information was neither comprehensive nor timely. With the new regulations in effect, all pre-sale houses are included into the control of the regulations. The declaration for all pre-sale houses transactions must be completed within 30 days after signing the sale and purchase contract. Key point 3. The information and contract of pre-sale houses must be filled for reference. Before the law was amended, as long as you obtain a construction license, you are allowed to sell pre-sale houses, making it difficult for the government to grasp real-time sales information and resulting in measurement difficulties. With the new regulations in effect, before selling pre-sale houses, the name of the construction project and other information such as the location selling, period numbers of households, and the serial type sales and purchase contract must be filled with the local government for reference. Therefore, the local government can immediately grasp and manage the sales status of pre-sale houses and protect customers' rights. Those who sell pre-sale houses without filling the completed information and contract will be fined between 30,000 to 150,000 New Taiwan dollars. Those who use sales and purchase contracts that do not comply with regulations will also be fined between 60,000 to 300,000 New Taiwan dollars according to the numbers of households or buildings that are in violation. Key point 4. The pre-sale agreement are included into the control. In order to reduce pre-sale houses' investment hype, the new regulation requires that if a deposit for right of purchase is paid for pre-sale house property, the agreement must be written. The agreement must clearly specify the object and price of the transactions, and the terms cannot stipulate reversing the right to sell or other conditions that are unfavorable to the buyers. Those who secure the right of purchase of a property cannot resell that right to others. If the seller of an pre-sale house stipulates reversing the right to sell or sets other conditions that are unfavorable to the buyer, or if the buyer violates regulations and resells the right of purchase, he or she will be fined between 150,000 to 1 million New Taiwan dollars according to the numbers of households or buildings traded. So those who buy pre-sale houses should pay particular attention. Key point 5. Those who receive repeated warnings will be heavily fined. Monetary penalty provisions of the transaction price registration regulations were revised in the new regulations. With the new regulation in effect, fines are overdue declaration or false price declaration are also imposed. Those who continue to violate the regulations after being fined twice will be imposed an extra fine of between 300,000 to 1 million New Taiwan dollars per violation. And if the transaction case involves a building, the penalty will be imposed according to the number of households or buildings. Last, let's review the regulations. The 4 do and 2 no's of the new transaction price registration 2.0. Number 1. Address number and land pre-sale number must be fully disclosed. Number 2. Pre-sale houses transactions must be declared the transaction price within 30 days after signing the contract. Number 3. Pre-sale houses information and contract must be filled before the sale. Number 4. The pre-sale agreement cannot be resold. Number 5. Those who receive repeated warnings will be heavily fined. Have you acknowledged the key points of the new regulations? For more information, please log into the Transaction Price Registration sections of the Department of Land Administration, Taipei City Government.